Getting rich doesn't have to be some complicated, unreachable dream. Let's face it, the world makes it seem like you need to have some secret formula, insider information, or a huge upfront investment to even begin. But the truth is, you don't. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, like the odds are stacked against you, or wondered why others seem to have it all figured out, well, you're not alone. But here's the catch. It's not as hard as they make it seem. You can start today. Getting rich isn't about working 80-hour weeks or hitting a lottery jackpot. It's about making smarter moves with the money you already have. Simple habits, mindset shifts, and strategic steps are all it takes to move from where you are now to where you want to be. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a game plan that actually works, one that you can stick to and that sets you on the path to lasting wealth. What if I told you it's easier than you think to transform your finances, improve your mindset, and start creating the life you've always dreamed of? I'm talking about practical, actionable steps that anyone can take, whether you're starting from scratch or just need a little guidance to make things click. Ready to learn how to make your money work for you? By the end of this, you'll see that getting rich isn't about magic, it's about having the right tools and mindset. So let's dive in, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do to turn things around. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, many opportunities to build wealth go unnoticed because they seem too small or insignificant. But let's face it, wealth isn't always about tackling big, world-changing problems. It's often about spotting everyday issues that people are dealing with and offering solutions that make life easier. Think about it, Uber didn't invent cars, and Airbnb didn't invent houses. They simply solved small, overlooked problems, convenience and affordability in travel and accommodation. You can do the same thing by identifying a need within your circle or community. It could be as simple as offering a service like dog walking, providing a convenient meal delivery option, or even creating a new way to help people stay organized. Start small, but think big. Look for those daily annoyances that everyone else seems to ignore. For instance, if you know your neighbors struggle with grocery shopping, consider offering a personal grocery delivery service. It doesn't require a lot of upfront investment, but it solves a problem that many people face. By focusing on these seemingly small problems, you're opening the door to larger opportunities. As you provide value, word will spread, and your client base will grow. The beauty of solving small problems is that they scale quickly because so many people experience the same issues. It's all about identifying that niche where you can step in and make a real impact. One key to success here is persistence and consistency. You're not going to solve everyone's problems overnight, but if you keep pushing and refining your solution, people will take notice. Take, for example, the story of the inventor of Post-it notes, Spencer Silver. What started as a failed attempt at creating a super strong adhesive ended up being a simple solution to the problem of temporary paper adhesion. The trick is to keep refining your idea until you find that perfect fit. And once you do, people will start coming to you for that solution. You'll be the go-to person for solving that one problem, and that's how wealth is built. You might be wondering, how do I even begin? Well, it starts with paying attention. Pay attention to what's going wrong around you. Once you notice something, ask yourself, how can I make this easier? It could be something as simple as organizing a community carpool or offering tech support for seniors. It doesn't always have to be complex or high-tech. Once you've figured that out, it's time to scale up. Keep an eye out for patterns, because as you solve one problem, you'll notice similar opportunities elsewhere. And before you know it, you'll have a profitable side hustle. Starting a side hustle is one of the smartest ways to build wealth. But here's the kicker, you don't need a ton of money to get started. In fact, some of the most successful side hustles were built with a few $100 or less. The key is finding a business model that has low upfront costs but the potential for massive growth. Think about freelancing, online tutoring, or selling digital products. These aren't just business ideas, they're opportunities to grow your income without taking on a huge financial risk. If you're into something like writing, design, or even fitness coaching, you can start offering those services to people who need them. And the best part? You can do it all from the comfort of your own home. Let's say you love writing. You don't need a fancy office or thousands of dollars in equipment to get started. Simply set up a website, offer your writing services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, and get to work. As you build your portfolio and reputation, your rates will increase, and you'll start attracting higher-paying clients. This process is scalable because the more work you do, the more you can outsource or automate to free up your time. Plus, once you've built a solid client base, you can raise your prices, offering more value while earning more money per project. Starting small and scaling gradually gives you a chance to test the waters and make adjustments along the way. Another example? Online tutoring. Whether you're teaching English as a second language, math, or helping students prepare for exams, the barrier to entry is incredibly low. You don't need to rent a space or invest in expensive materials. You just need knowledge and a reliable internet connection. Platforms like VIPKid or Chegg are great places to start. You can teach as many students as you want, and as you gain experience, you'll find ways to make the process more efficient. Maybe you create your own course or work with multiple students at the same time. The beauty of this is that the more you learn about what works, the easier it gets to scale up. Remember, the goal is to reinvest the profits you earn back into your side hustle. It could be in the form of better tools, more advertising, or even outsourcing tasks to free up your time. This helps accelerate the growth of your hustle, allowing you to build it into something much bigger. Over time, the little hustle that started with a simple idea could turn into a full-fledged business. The key here is patience and persistence. Don't expect overnight success, but also, don't sell yourself short. Stick to it, refine your process, and watch your hustle transform into a thriving source of income. One of the most powerful moves you can make when it comes to building wealth is setting up automatic savings. If you wait until the end of the month to save whatever's left over, you'll often find that there's nothing left. That's just the reality for many people. But with automation, you don't have to rely on willpower alone to save money. All you need to do is set up automatic transfers from your paycheck into a high-yield savings account or an investment platform. By doing this, you're paying yourself first, before you spend a single dime on anything else. This simple habit builds wealth without you having to think about it, and it's surprisingly effective. The beauty of automatic transfers is that they remove the temptation to overspend. You're not constantly checking your bank account to see if you have enough to save. Instead, the money is automatically siphoned off before you even notice it's gone. For example, if you set up an automatic transfer of just $100 per week, in a year, you'll have saved over $5,000. That's $5,000 that you didn't even have to think about. And that's just the beginning. Once you get the hang of it, you can increase the amount or direct the savings to a different account for a specific goal like an emergency fund or an investment. Now, let's talk about compound interest for a second. The real power of automatic savings is when you start investing your savings. You can set up your account to automatically invest in index funds, ETFs, or other assets that provide consistent returns. The more you invest over time, the more your money works for you. Small, consistent contributions build up faster than you might think. The compound interest alone could make you a lot of money in the long run. It's like planting a tree. At first, it's small, but with time, it grows into something much bigger. Don't overthink it either. There are tons of apps and tools out there that make automating savings incredibly easy. Apps like Acorns or Digit round up your purchases to the nearest dollar and save the difference. It's so small you won't even notice, but in a year, you'll have saved hundreds, maybe even thousands. It's a no-brainer. The real secret here is that automatic saving turns saving into a habit, not an afterthought. And once it's a habit, you're on your way to financial freedom. Master a marketable skill in 90 days. Learning a new skill can be a game changer for your finances, especially when you focus on something that's in high demand. The key here is to pick a skill that people are actively willing to pay for, something like coding, copywriting, or digital marketing. These skills don't require a degree, but they can lead to high-paying jobs or freelance opportunities. Imagine landing your first freelance gig after just 3 months of dedicated learning. How would that change your financial situation? That's the power of mastering a marketable skill in 90 days. It's a short period of time, but it can set the foundation for years of income potential. Now, here's the deal. You don't need to spend thousands on expensive courses. The internet is filled with free or affordable resources to learn these skills. Websites like Udemy, Coursera, or even YouTube have tons of courses on coding, marketing, and other in-demand skills. If you dedicate a solid 1 to 2 hours per day to studying and practicing, you can get pretty good within 90 days. Take coding as an example. You can start learning HTML and CSS for free in a matter of weeks and begin building websites for small businesses or individuals who need them. It's a skill that keeps on giving. What's crucial here is not just learning, but practicing as you go. Theory is great, but without applying what you learn, you'll struggle to turn that knowledge into money. So, while you're learning, start doing. Take on small projects, offer your services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, or even reach out to local businesses and ask if they need help with their marketing or web presence. By the time you've hit the 90-day mark, you'll have built up enough experience to confidently pitch yourself as an expert in that field. The benefits of mastering a marketable skill are endless. Not only does it boost your earning potential, but it also opens up opportunities for flexibility, freedom, and independence. Instead of being stuck in a job that barely covers your bills, you could be freelancing or working remotely from anywhere in the world. Imagine having the skills to create your own income streams, whether that's through a side hustle, a full-time business, or a remote job that gives you the freedom you crave. Leverage the power of compounding investments. Investing might seem intimidating, but let's break it down, especially the magic of compound interest. Compound interest is like having your money make money while you're asleep. You invest in things like index funds or ETFs that consistently grow over time. Even if you only start with a small amount, let's say $50 a month, thanks to compound interest, that money can grow substantially. Over time, you'll start seeing your money grow exponentially, and that's where wealth starts building. The key is consistency, and starting now, no matter how small the amount. You see, investing is all about time. The earlier you start, the more you benefit from the power of compounding. Let's say you invest just $100 per month into an index fund that earns an average annual return of 7%. In 10 years, that initial $12,000 will have grown to about $21,000 just from consistent contributions and compounding. Imagine the same principle applied over 30 or 40 years. The longer your money stays invested, the more it can grow. It's the kind of slow burn that builds serious wealth over time, and you don't even have to be a financial expert to get started. Now, don't get me wrong, investing isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. But when you understand the power of compounding, it becomes clear why starting early is so critical. Plus, you don't have to be constantly checking the markets or making high-risk decisions. With index funds or ETFs, you can invest passively, allowing your money to grow without constant oversight. Imagine setting up automatic monthly investments that go straight into an account without you having to think about it. That's a wealth-building strategy that works behind the scenes while you focus on other things. The beauty of this strategy is that it's available to anyone, regardless of your starting point. Even if you're just getting started with investing or you don't have a ton of extra cash, small contributions add up. And over time, those small investments can snowball into a substantial nest egg. Think about it. What if you started today with just $100? That could be the beginning of a bigger financial future, where your investments do most of the work for you. Monetize what you already know. You'd be surprised at how much value you already have in your head. Whether it's a hobby, a skill, or knowledge from your experiences, you can turn that into a money-making opportunity. People are always looking to learn, and if you can package your expertise into something valuable, like an online course, an ebook, or even a YouTube channel, you're opening the door to a whole new revenue stream. And the best part? You don't have to be a seasoned expert. People are just looking for guidance, and you're probably already one step ahead of where they are. Let's talk about the practical side. Maybe you've been honing a skill in cooking, fitness, or digital marketing. Whatever it is, it's time to stop undervaluing your knowledge. Platforms like Udemy, Teachable, or even YouTube can be the perfect places to get started. If you're into cooking, think about creating a series of easy-to-follow meal prep guides. Or if you're into fitness, consider sharing your workout routines and nutrition tips. It doesn't have to be complicated, just something you know well enough to teach others. The internet has created an endless market for learning, and if you can solve a problem or make life easier for people, they'll pay for it. One of the best parts of monetizing your knowledge is that it doesn't require significant upfront investment. Sure, you might need a microphone or a camera, but you can start with what you already have: your phone, your laptop, and your skills. Whether you decide to write a book or teach a course, you're essentially packaging your thoughts and offering them to a global audience. The beauty of this is that it scales. Once you've created your product, it can be sold over and over again, generating passive income without requiring constant effort on your part. Let's get into the numbers. Imagine you've spent a couple of weeks creating a course or ebook, and you price it at $50. If you sell just 10 copies a month, that's $500. Now, what if you grew that to 100 copies a month, or even 1,000? The income potential is endless. And remember, this isn't limited to one-off sales. You can set up subscription models or memberships where people pay you on a recurring basis for continued access to content. The possibilities to scale are there. You just need to start by sharing what you know. Money isn't just about earning more, it's also about managing what you already have. Most people overlook how small leaks in their spending can add up over time. Think about that $5 coffee every morning. It doesn't seem like much at first, but over a month, that's $150. Multiply that by a year, and you're looking at over $1,800 spent on something that doesn't really add value to your financial future. The first step to building wealth is taking control of your money, and it all starts with tracking where it goes. One of the easiest ways to start is by using apps or tools to monitor your expenses. Platforms like Mint, an app, You Need a Budget, or even a simple spreadsheet can give you insights into where your money is really going. Don't just track your expenses, analyze them. Are you spending too much on entertainment? Eating out? Subscriptions you don't use? Take the time to dig deep and identify patterns. Once you know where your money is going, you can start making adjustments to redirect it toward more productive uses, like savings or investments. But let's take it a step further. It's not just about cutting out luxuries or small expenses, it's about optimizing. For example, if you're paying for a gym membership you rarely use, why not switch to a more affordable option or even start working out at home? If you're spending money on takeout because you don't have time to cook, maybe meal prepping for the week could save you both time and cash. The goal is to make your spending work for you, not against you. It's all about making smarter choices. Small changes can lead to big results. If you're serious about optimizing your spending, consider the 90-day rule. If you're unsure about buying something, wait 90 days before making a purchase. Chances are, that impulse buy won't seem as important after some time has passed. This strategy not only saves you money, but it also helps shift your mindset toward mindful spending. Every dollar you save can be redirected to building wealth through investments or savings, putting you one step closer to financial independence. Remember that overwhelming feeling of watching others succeed financially, thinking that you'd never catch up? Well, now you know the truth. Getting rich is about smart, consistent choices, not some lucky break. And guess what? You're already on your way to financial success. You've learned that tracking your spending, optimizing your habits, and shifting your mindset are the keys to unlocking wealth. These aren't just theoretical tips, they're actionable steps you can implement today. It's time to stop procrastinating and start taking control of your financial destiny. Don't wait for the perfect moment, it starts right now. If you're ready to take your knowledge even further, click the link in the pinned comment and check out my material, Holistic Health, Nourish Your Mind, Balance Your Finances, Transform Your Life. You'll learn how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and build financial clarity, all while maintaining a strong, balanced mindset. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more tips and strategies to level up your financial game. Remember, the only thing standing between you and your financial goals is taking that first step. So, what are you waiting for? Let's do this!